about learning their lesson, but the Niners definitely looked like themselves again. Going into Jacksonville, coming away 34-3. I don't know if it was more like Steve Wilkes being down on the sideline, Chase Young being there, wreaking havoc all over the field. The defense looked so dominant. They lived. They posted up. They were like, let's just live here. Let's build a house here. Oregon Trail vibes in the Jags backfield, guys, racking up 5 sacks. They forced 4 turnovers on the day. Brock Purdy's magic was back as well. Okay, he threw for 296. That's why Taylor Lewan's getting lit up this morning for what he said about somebody saying something, potentially, hypothetically, about Brock Purdy not being the guy. 3 touchdowns, posting a near-perfect passer rating. This was a full return to form across the board for the Niners. And when they play like this, not many teams capable of beating them outside of the Seahawks, who are 6-3, and I think might give them a run for their money. Okay, on the Jag side, you can't turn the ball over 4 times. Hello, 3 of them in opponent territory. You can't do it and expect to win against a good team. You just can't. I'm not worried about them long haul, although Luan just said the Texans are winning the division. They've got the Titans next week. I think that's a nice little get-right game for them. They have a nice little get-right game for them. They hate when I wear big jackets here. Well, make the studio warmer. That's my answer. Let's see. They got to play clean football. They got to play clean football, this Jags team. The Texans, like Luan's saying, are creeping closer. And their Week 12 meeting could very well be with first place for the South on the line. Can we talk about the Niners blowing out the Jags, which I didn't think was going to happen? I really
didn't think so?
Well, I thought it was going to be one of the best games of the weekend. I was actually higher on the Jags than I think like a lot of, bigger media, or not bigger media, but like a lot of people were sort of not saying that. But they did get back DEEBO, right? So that was nice to see. And then Trent Williams, who's, he's insane.
Yeah, dude, Trent Williams is probably the best offensive lineman to ever play the game of football. He is just a one of one as far as athletic ability, strength, movement, hips. Like, the guy is just different on so many levels. Like, from a technique standpoint, it's not the greatest, but it doesn't matter for him. He's so big and so strong. And then DEEBO as well, man. You see them drop 3 once DEEBO was out. And I know I had my messenger that said, "Hey, Brock Purdy's not the guy. Brock Purdy's not the guy." I wake up this morning, I was like,
"Oh, I know, I saw that."
Guy, yeah. But DEEBO, I mean, when he's in the game, they're 4-1 against the spread when he plays a full game. And so having that talent around you, and then having the comfort as a quarterback of knowing, hey, my blind side's solid, no matter what, I'm going to be all right. That's got to make Brock feel a whole lot better, shaking that off after losing 3, going into a bye and coming back, man. It's awesome. The 49ers are a legit football team. Do
they have the best D-line in the league that you saw? I mean, it must hurt you to say that about Chase and BOSA, but they look good.
No, dude. I think they are the best D-line. That play especially, them both just meeting at the quarterback after a big trade. Like, as a Commanders fan, you're probably kicking yourself right now. But just 2 aliens on each side. You can slide to one, you can chip the other, but at the end of the day, one of them's going to get there. Like, that is a massive win for the 49ers that just became even stronger from a roster standpoint. It is big time. There's going to be big things coming out of 49ers if they just stay healthy. If they stay, that's the golden rule for everything, right? If you just stay healthy with the talent they have, they really have a shot to be hoisting that Lombardi trophy.
It's crazy. I was watching all the Christian McCaffrey post game, and it was all about like when your post game headline is like, you didn't score a touchdown on this day. Like, what is that like? What is that? Like, it's all I hate to explain why he didn't get the touchdown. I was like, this is like the embarrassment of riches over there in the Bay.
Yeah, I thought he handled it so well too.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I suck. He won 18 games in a row. He's like, I suck. Everybody scored but me.
Yeah, and he got his boy Juszczyk some love there, which I love to see. But when I see you talk about Trent and you watch some of that tape, like, would you say that Trent Williams is their most important player on offense?
Yeah, I think Trent Williams would be the most important player on any offense. Like, offensive line, I mean, Joe Theismann back in the day is what made like left tackles get paid. We've all seen Blindside, and that little clip is where I took that from. But he is the epitome of like there's people that are incredible athletes, and you see it all over the league. But then you see guys that are weighing 340 pounds and moving the way he does, and I am in awe of that man. I truly am. He is by far, he's probably the best player in the NFL. I really think that when he's on the field,
really think about it though, because it's going to go out there into the world. Like, you think he's the best player in the NFL?
I think so. Yes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but Pat's had an up and down-ish year. Like, they're winning games, but not in the fashion that we like to see the Kansas City Chiefs win. I think Yeah, like Pat is like goated. But I'm saying like, God, it's so hard to
Most
have
important
people understand,
player.
have people understand offensive linemen and how important they are, especially left tackle position, and not look at Trent Williams and be like, that is a godsend to any team. That's how much I think Trent's the man.
I mean, DEEBO thinks he's the man. He comes on our show every Tuesday. You mentioned Trent Williams. His face lights up, and you're seeing even on the tape yesterday against the Jags, the holes he's opening up for him. It is unbelievable what he's doing. Explain to me, someone who's never, I don't know if you know this, I've never been on an offensive line, even though,
Really?
like, I'm scrappy and, whatever. Explain, like, what does he do? Why is it so important? Try to break it down for someone like me.
The reason why it's so important is he keeps your number one asset from a business standpoint healthy. Like having your quarterback healthy and upright is one of the most important things. When you have a guy that's an elite offensive lineman, especially at tackle, because guard, you can slide and move around a little bit. But when it comes to tackles, if you walk into a game and you're looking at the defensive end play this year, it seems like there's been more sacks than ever. I actually think I saw a stat on that. If you can go, all right, this guy's fine. Don't worry about him. Let's focus on all that. It opens up your playbook and your ability to push the ball down the field in a way that, like, it's hard to explain and hard to get people to understand, because then you're able to slide. You have more chips. You're able to help in certain areas. And McGlinchey's a great tackle too, don't get me wrong, but Trent is truly one of one in my opinion.